Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day staying safe. So today I'm testing out a new Quran book to use. So hopefully this works. It's not a brand new one, it's an old one. So hopefully it all works nicely. But probably not. But let's just hope for the best that everything looks good. So at least that's on. So let's build this and hope that the live at least works. So do that. So what I'm building today is the car piece of this Lego set, and I'll be building it as quick as I can. So hopefully it won't take too long. But my day's been a bit boring, so didn't really do much. But none of the Lego's been sorted other than putting the bigger bits to the side. Yeah, it won't work that way. I quite like these Star Wars builds anyway, so it's a bit of fun. And I built this roughly a year ago originally. So let's get the camera off the Funkos a bit and build it here specifically. So at least I've worked that out. I just got someone to take this to pieces for me for fun, and now I've got to put it back together. So hopefully I can do that quickly while doing this test, as I have nothing else for today, for this sort of time, because it's supposed to be my rest from YouTube time for an hour and a half. So I'm not constantly reading or looking at the screen. So it should help with my eyes at least. I hope. I know the bot was working today, so hopefully that's a good sign that it's doing its job. I didn't get my microphone, which I'm kind of gutted about, because that would have been very handy to have got that. No, it's not like a really expensive one, but it's something that will do for me, at least, to see how I get on with it, kind of thing. As with me, I never know if I'm gonna like it or not. So there's no point really me buying an expensive one. So I might as well get a cheap one. And that's what I did. I got a nice cheap one from eBay. Kind of looks like the one I wanted from, of all places, the US Amazon, but I liked it. Hi, Swedish Traveller. I don't class this as evening. I class this as my morning. Or should I say rest time. Now I've got the chat a little smaller. Well, in two different parts, so it's popping up at two different speeds, which I was about right, and I'm guessing that would happen, so at least I got something right with this setup. As what's in front of me is a wall of Funko Pops, pretty much. Personally, I would have made that connect instead of a blank piece. Needed something else there. So I missed one piece, so that's this piece with nothing on. And now it's correct. So this is what I'm pretty much doing every Thursday, and just at this time, because it's my only free day where I can pretty much do YouTube in at this time, because it gets busy for me around this sort of time, so I can't do much, but it's working out for me doing it each week this time. Thankfully it doesn't clash with VGP, because I always watch that at night, and I can't really do all these too many lives at night anymore because I need to rest, and this Chromebook isn't the best. It's kind of had problems already, so like I couldn't get the microphones to work on the device itself, so that took about 10-20 minutes of time just fiddling around with that. But every Thursday I watch replays of lives that I've missed due to doing my live. As Peter, the joke's too old. And how many times have I actually said that it doesn't stand for mini? It's just private to what it actually stands for. As it's just annoying, as I can only do a 3-hour live stream with the right people chatting. And you've made that joke like 300 times, and it's just getting old. Especially as I've said in the start of this live, I do have a time limit, and I have to follow such time limits. Yay, I've not lost it. Yeah, sometimes, but it's not like a daily thing, dude. As I can't keep watching for hours because it hurts my eyes. That's why I'm doing Lego for this live. Hi, AFL. No, get it right. ALF. How are you today? I hope you're well and staying safe. But yeah, I've got to get better at the timing on these because I definitely want to be able to do the bigger models at a faster pace. And this is just pretty much a rebuild of what I've already done because I've got someone to take it to pieces. So I don't know where half this stuff came from anymore. As it was over a year ago, I built this. And I wanted to test the camera and other setup. Peter, it's totally stress related. The whole I can't remember what it was, but I know it's something to do with junky things like PayPal and rubbish like that. So as I've kind of got a headset that I like, just stressing because I can't win any money to get the let's go with it. Well, what it is, it's a hockey coin that I've got enough for, and that's one of the main things I really, really want because it's Teemu Selanne. It is. That's cool. Hope your day's good. Mine's just a bit boring and lazy at the moment. Well, I'll call me doing this lazy because that's the way I do my stuff. I'm happy-ish. Just want to get the headphones sorted. I've been looking for about 3 to 4 days, and I've only come up with a couple that I like. I've got my computer sorted, a computer sorted as I had help with that, so I'm happy over that. But it's not a stable one. It's pretty much has its problems. So I've got to make sure that everything's working beforehand, or just use the older Chromebook for lives, just because I can't guarantee that noise level with the other one, with this one, because the mic didn't want to load the first time I used this. Should have got some spare pieces, as there's normally something missing, but I didn't think of that for this time. But who knows? It's probably all here. It's just probably me overthinking things again. And probably one of these see-through bases is missing. If I'm right, well, I guess I'm wrong, but thankfully. So that's at least all there. That's that, that's that, and kind of looking for other stuff for live streaming as well. Kind of want a portable, a small camera that will probably cost in about 20. Well, not 20, about 30, 40. I've just got to save up for that. But it's sort of like a GoPro size camera, so I can like get the arcade footage, because that'll at least be lighter than my phone. Well, if my phone works. So I've kind of got that as a backup, I will. So this got this. So thankfully the person sorted this carefully, because it does have a lot of tricky pieces to match up. I'll be watching all replays that I've missed in this time, because it's pretty much the only free time I have for streaming. Otherwise it's a case of no go. Kind of taking less time than I thought. As originally this took me 45 minutes longer, than because I was walking in and out of the room, sorting out things as I went. So that's why Lego sometimes takes me longer than planned. But I did wear out my voice extremely bad the last live stream I did. But that was because I was having fun and the person in the live is a good friend and is a very helpful person who knows a lot more about live streaming and the technical side of it, of being live, which is always good to have a friend that knows a lot of that kind of thing. And I was happy to hang out as long as I could. But the time of this build compared to other times and other builds is going better than I thought it would, because I've had a model where I've tried filming and it's taken me 50 minutes just to get to bag number 2. So as far as I can tell, this is going a lot better. The only downside is my arms doesn't have much room, but it has enough that I can move freely. Which is good. The mic's connected to a tripod and a piece of timber that was just laying around because we're getting rid of some rubbish at the moment, and I thought, why not use that while it's still here? And so far it's actually working out pretty good. It is held in place by a clamp and a weight, so hopefully it doesn't fall on me. But it seems stable. Which I'm happy, because that's the one thing I was testing is it going to be stable enough for me to do the live stream, as I can only do this kind of live stream once a week. So I've got one piece done. But I do have like Funko Pops and other things that are in front of me, which is different when building, because normally I do not have anything in front of me other than the box for the model. So I've got to repeat the process of that again. Yeah, got after this, I've got to go and eat some food, then clean up. The nightmare of Joe is how much I actually have to clean up after a live. Got ring light as well next to me. Got my shout out book, of course. So a shout out to Ali Mom, The Psycho Ducky, Backseat Gorilla Productions, Wickawo, Close to 7, Glasgow Scratches Better, Lady Scratcher, The Swedish Traveller, 2020 Scratchers, and DJ Burrells. And In the Game. And Create with Dre, who is an amazing supporter and encourages me to do better with what I've got. So it shouldn't be much longer with this. So hopefully this will be quicker than normal. Okay, I've put it all on the wrong way. So I guess this is going to be mean to me. So at least that was pretty quick. So just push that into place. So now we've got that much of this done. And now to add connect the support. I hope everyone who's watching this has had a great day. Me, I'm still sorting things out, but hopefully I'll get things sorted and get the mail that I'm waiting on in the next couple of days. As I've got the new not headphones, a microphone, so that'll be different. So I won't need the whole headset around my neck, the whole live. So that'll be a good sign, because the headset kind of gives me a headache. It does if it's on me, or if it's around my neck. It's kind of awkward. It does, and very uncomfortable. As I've got like another set of headphones which I got the other day, which cost me under $4. I got those because I figured, why not give something a try that's cheaper, and as it's only for like listening to music, so it's not a big deal if, or should I say, it's only for when I'm watching YouTube, but at the moment they're working good. I wouldn't recommend it unless you want just a set of headphones that'll last but for a couple of days, or an emergency pair for when out. But this is what they are. Is they're just that. So, and sound, volume, and so on. So they're not exactly the best, but I can use them as long as I don't turn the volume up too high, because it distorted the time that I did turn it up loud. You could hear a very, very bad echo when I was watching something. Well, not watching, listening. So, like my lesson with that, you have to keep those quiet. So, but other than that, they actually are good. But I'm used to over-ear headphones, so they're good for getting used to new headphones, because I've got a pair coming that have been ordered a while ago before my laptop issue. So that's good that that's been sorted. And I think that there's a saving of $14 on the ones I'm looking at. And yes, dollars, because that's where they're coming from, the US. As you can't order through the UK Amazon with dollars gift card. So, but it's all good because I'm happy with what I'm getting and where I'm getting it from. I've not ordered it yet, but I managed to sort out a keyboard at the exact same time. So that's pretty good. Well, actually, that's how I got the Chromebook. I was told to get something for a friend, for my sister, and I could use her Chromebook as part of the deal, as long as I got something sensible with the rest of the money. So for me, sensible was getting a set of headphones that will drown out the sound that at the moment is a bit noisy at times. Or a bit chaosy. So fingers crossed that everything is sorted. So it looks like I've lost one piece for this, but just on the off chance. But that would have been lost a while back because of where I had this one pot. So it's pretty good for just losing one piece. But we do have a couple of spares anyway, so it's not exactly a negative side. So I just need one more of those, but that's probably downstairs. So now I believe we're supposed to be making safes, which I missed that step. So, but at least I've done this in a reasonable time. And of course, another piece missing was this roller skate. So at least I've got that all sorted. So next thing, double check that one. So there's that, goes there, and the seats go here. And of course, the binoculars that Luke uses need to go somewhere. So they go in there. And that back up. So that was this build. And I've done this in 20 minutes less than I first ever did this. So this setup kind of works. So maybe I could find some other models that have taken me 40 minutes to build and rebuild those as alive like this, because I'd like redemption on the time of some of these models. And who knows, I could build the Lego Disney Castle, which will take up this whole space. It will. So the only thing I haven't got is this piece of the model, because I did drop it around the house somewhere, and now I need to find it. But for now, I just have the figure, which is the Java. So that's pretty cool, especially as this took less time than I planned. So we've got the two minifigures for this build as well. Yeah, you want to see the time it's going to take for the Disney Castle, Peter? That might leave me going insane, because the Disney Castle, the base is this big. It'll take up my full screen. So I will need to look at getting something to put on my lap. So possibly can build that in this room, as long as I do it once a week, because my room's not a mess. It's just setting up this camera, which it gives me roughly that much space for my arm to go under. So that side's okay. I need the clamp-on mic stand that allows me to move the camera differently, which, as this is pretty much my room, what I set up earlier. Claude Drew The Bloody Baron, Nathan McKinnon, Jazz, Bret Hart, Goldar, Andrew Vasilevsky, Evgeny Malkin, and up top I've got Goliath, and of course that's the second one. Where's Wally? Well, technically I'm not on camera, so it's kind of mine. Optimus Prime, Jack Eichel as well. So got a few Funkos that are in front of me and will be each live, as this setup is pretty much this. Allows me to have also Pikachu is sitting in here. So I've got room for everything that I have, other than a monitor to tell me how my live stream's going, which I may just put like a Funko somewhere else. Which thing must have cost a lot, because I'm just wondering. The Funkos, the NHL ones were $2.50 a piece. The Power Ranger was also on the $2.50 offer. Well, 2 for £5. The Goldar was a Christmas present. The Where's Wally, Optimus, Bumblebee, no, Jazz were all presents. The Bloody Baron was free with a Christmas advent calendar. And these Chromebooks are rental, which, let's just say I spent money on something to pay the rent for the Chromebook, so it's barely anything in this live stream, money-wise. Maybe £30, but the other Funkos, other than the Bret Hart, was a gift. So I've no clue how much that cost. And the red Power Ranger, which is here. Look how badly painted his boot is. Like, seriously, even a white patch on his red uniform, which isn't too flattering. A lot of defect I feel with this one, like the shape of the diamonds on the wristbands, the back of the outfit. It's a lot of like mass produced and poorly painted parts on this one. And if it's done by a computer, the computer failed with what it's doing, because how do you get white paint on the leg and the front? that shouldn't be there. So that's the only reason that's out of a box, is because it's a defective one, I say. And Goliath is out of the box because I got one as a prize and for my birthday. So not really much spent on decorating this live. The most money is in the renting of the Chromebook, which there are limits on it because the battery's fully gone. So that's a negative, that the battery's broken. And there is the issue with the microphone I may have, so I may actually have to use the old one more if this issue can't be fixed. As I unplugged my headphones and nothing responded. So I had to restart the whole device, so that was a nightmare. As literally you would hear me moving anything if it weren't for me having the headset. Like any noise whatsoever, you would hear. Like the tapping now, you would hear that double because the mics in the Chromebook pick every little sound up. So that's why I use headphones, and from next week when I do this live with another build which I need redemption on. So hopefully I can get that built in under 50 minutes. As that's what I'm going for, is building certain things in under 50 minutes, like this, instead of the 2 hours that it did take. And next week I'll have a stopwatch to the left of the build. But I'll try and find something interesting. But we'll see what I pick. I'll post an option sort of 2 different things on Instagram. The only account for me is under this. So technically I couldn't move my keyboard, touch the keys, or move this thing on my Chromebook because it makes such a noise. And that's the only Instagram I have, as I'm lazy and I don't want to log in and out of accounts just to look at things. So all the NHL I look at is on that one, and all the other channels that I follow are on that. So I don't use Discord. Well, I have it, but it's not something I use. And this whole setup will be changed next week too. Other than the camera, of course. We're going to try and keep that near to the same as this, unless I can afford the boom arm mic stand camera stand, which would be a lot more easier, as I've got 2 locations I can use that in. But at the moment, there's only one for this setup. And I really don't want to go and eat. I want to sit in my room and watch YouTube, but I guess I can't. Now, is there anything on that I can watch? No. So both options are not available that I wanted. And no one else is live at the moment, because this is a really, really bad time for lives. It's not even funny how bad this time actually is, because everyone's pretty much at work anyway, so it is an easy time for me to sit down, because it's my only free day. And I guess at least the good thing is I'm actually feeling a lot better than I did at the start of this live, because I felt 100% lousy, and getting the model built in under the time that I'm given. So once it says 55, I'm going to hit the end, as that's me worn out. But I know I've got to make this move, because I've got to eat my dinner or lunch. Let's give a shout out quickly. So, a shout out to the amazing Annie Mum, the Psycho Ducky, Backseat Gorilla Productions, Wickerwoo, Close to 7, Glasgow Scratches Better, Lady Scratcher, The Swedish Traveller, 2020 Scratchers, and DJ B. Wells, and In the Game, which every one of those people are amazing and do some really cool stuff. Also check out Create with Dre, an amazing channel and supporter of this one, and an extremely good friend. So I'm thankful for him and 2020 who introduced me to that channel. My voice is actually going, so I'll be going now before my voice gives out. So have a great day, stay safe, and I will see you all again next time.